Hello friends, in yesterday's video we will discuss the most important topic, that is fertilization and double fertilization in flowering plant. Friends, in fertilization, as we know, there is fusion of gamete, that all are we discussed in previous video. So but friend, I think there is some visual problem in that video. So today we will start, means we will revise within 5 minutes of previous topic, that means fertilization and double fertilization. After that friends, we will start today's topic, that is post fertilization in flowering plant. So friend, let's start. Now friends, in yesterday lecture we will discuss the fertilization. After that there is steps involved in fertilization. There are 5 steps. Step first is pollen pistil interaction. Step second is secretion of germination medium from stigma. That all are we discussed in previous lecture. In step third there is germination of pollen grain. Okay, there is two terms, monosiphonous and polysiphonous. Okay, after the step 4 there is growth of pollen tube, and in last step, so that means in 5, what happens friends, in step 5 there is entry of pollen tube into the ovule. Okay, so these are the steps. There are some terms that we are earlier discussed. After that friends, there is fertilization take place, that is primary endosperm cell, primary endosperm nucleus, synergids. These are the pollen tube, and this is the structure of what, filiform apparatus. What is the function? It guides the pollen grain for the entry. Okay, after that friend, we will discuss the double fertilization that was given by Navasin. Okay, in this step it involved 2 steps. In first step, first male gamete react with egg cell, form syngamy. After that their zygote formation take place, and after that embryo develop. In second step, second male gamete fused with pollen nuclei. That process is called triple fusion. Okay, that is formation of primary endosperm cell, and that is diploid 3n. After that endosperm is formed. What is the function of endosperm? It is a nutritive tissue that provides nourishment to the embryo. Now friends, that's all in previous lecture. Today we will start new topic, that is post fertilization. So friends, let's begin. So friends, let's start. Today's topic is post fertilization. What is post fertilization? Okay, friends, today we will discuss what are the changes that occur after post fertilization. You know post fertilization? In fertilization, what happened? Fusion of gamete, means zygote formation take place. So after that there is development take place. So that development that we are studying in post fertilization, that means there is embryo formation. That embryo formation take place after zygote formation. So that embryo formation we will discuss in this video. यार क्या नाटक है. Now friends, we will discuss the post fertilization changes. Okay, post fertilization changes. So firstly we will draw the diagram of ovule. Okay, so This one roughly diagram. Okay, now you all are know this one is what? Micropyly end. Okay, micropyly. This one chalazial end. Okay, this, what is this? This one is integument. After that in middle part there is, what is this? This is, these are all the nucleus. Okay, and what is this? This is, what is this? This is pen. Stand for what? Primary endosperm nucleus. What is the ploidy? It is triploid. Okay, triploid in nature. So friends, here what are the post fertilization changes occur? So this one is egg. Okay, in here this one is egg. So this egg is converted into zygote after post. These are event occur in post fertilization. This here is egg converted to zygote. This pen means primary endosperm nucleus converted into endosperm. Okay, now friends, look at here. This zygote is converted into embryo. Okay, now this integument converted into seed coat. Okay, now this whole structure is ovule. This whole ovule is converted into what? Seed. Okay, now I will explain one more times. This all event are occur in post fertilization. So here we discuss post fertilization changes. So this one is structure of ovule. Here this one is chalazial end. This one is micropyly end. Okay, this one is nucleus. This one is primary endosperm nucleus. Inside it there is egg. So egg is after fertilization, means in post fertilization stage, this egg is converted into zygote. This zygote is in fertilization phase. In post fertilization phase, this zygote is converted into embryo. Primary endosperm nucleus converted into endosperm. After that, this integument is converted into seed coat, and this ovule is converted into seed. That's all event. Okay, now what we'll discuss? We will discuss the types of seed. Okay, seed. So friend, there is two types of seed based on persistence of presence of nucleus. So on the basis of, here will draw. So friend, based on presence are absence of nucellus. It is two types, seeds are two types. So here persistent nucellus. Okay, one type is friends, here one type is here persistent nucellus, means presence of nucellus in seed. In one type, nucellus is disappear. Okay, so here persistent nucellus is called perisperm, and such seed is called perispermic seed. For example, black pepper, beetroot. Okay friends, in this nucellus is disappear, and here persistent nucellus, so that is called perisperm, and such seed is called perispermic seed. For example, black pepper, beetroot. Now friends, we will discuss the seed in next lecture in detail. Today we will discuss topic is very important topic, that is formation of endosperm. As you know friends, endosperm is formed from pen, means primary endosperm nucellus. Okay, so which process through which endosperm is formed, we will discuss here. So there are three types. Okay, we will discuss one by one. First one is free nuclear endosperm. How free nuclear endosperm is formed, we will discuss here. Firstly, this one is primary endospermic cell. Okay, friend, in this structure, this is PEC, primary endospermic cell. Okay, this primary endospermic cell so here friends, PEC means primary endospermic cell is converted into endosperm. Okay, not PEN not, it is PEC. Okay, so here in free nuclear endosperm, the first step here, PEC means primary endosperm cell, that is triploid in nature. What will happen here? Karyokinesis take place. Okay, karyokinesis means division of nucleus, and there is no cytokinesis take place. So what happened when karyokinesis take place? So here lots of nucleus is formed, but there is only one cell because there is no cytokinesis. So and in this way free nuclear endosperm is formed. For example, you can say water of tender coconut. Water of tender coconut. Okay, that is the first step. Now friends, we will discuss second one is cellular endosperm. How cellular endosperm is formed? In the same way here, PEC means primary endospermic cell, triploid in nature. What will happen? Here mitosis take place. So what happened? So there is division. There is formation of eight cell. Okay, and here what happened? There is mass of cells. Mass of cells are present. Mass of cells are present. For example of cellular endosperm is, you see, white edible part of coconut. White edible part of coconut is an example of cellular endosperm. Okay, now one more is halobial. Now friend, third one is halobial. Halobial endosperm. Halobial endosperm, how it is formed? It is also called intermediate. Okay, halobial endosperm also called intermediate. And what are the example? Example are monocots. Okay, example are monocots. So what happened in this? Here primary endospermic cell. Okay, there is in halobial endosperm, primary endospermic cell, there is mitosis take place. What happened? Mitosis and cellular division. Mitosis and cellular division take place. So what happened? There is formation of free nuclear division. What happened friends? There is formation of free nuclear division occur. Okay, there is free nuclear division occur. So what happened? In next step, these intermediates are formed. So in this way, there is three types of endosperm. There is formation of formation of endosperm take place by three types. What are these? These are the free nuclear endosperm, cellular endosperm, and halobial endosperm. Okay. Now we will discuss some terms. First one is what is dormancy? It is very clear from name. Dormancy means there is some inactivation. Okay, so what type of inactivation take place? Metabolism of seed means endosperm becomes slow or dominant, so that is called dormancy. So we write here dormancy is defined as when metabolism of endosperm become slow and embryo may enter into inactivity called dormancy. Okay friends, that's about dormancy. Means when the metabolism of endosperm is inactivate or slow, so that process called dormancy. Okay, now friends, there is another term is endospermic, or you can say albuminous seeds. Endospermic or albuminous seed, what is it? The seeds you can define as the seeds that contain endosperm after the development of embryo called endospermic seed. For example, wheat, barley. So friends, what is endospermic or albuminous seed? Friends, what is the function of endosperm? So this endosperm provide nourishment to developing embryo. Okay, what is the function of endosperm? This endosperm is a nutritive tissue that provide nourishment to the developing embryo. So embryo can take in nourishment from endosperm. So friends, when embryo get mature, this endosperm is end, means this quantity is end, and it all are taken by the embryo as a nutrient. But in some seeds, what happen? There is presence of some endosperm after the development of embryo. Means after the embryo developed, there is also presence of endosperm in that seed, and such type of seeds is called endospermica or you can say albuminous seed. Okay, for example, you can say wheat, barley. These are the some example. Okay, so friends, that's all of today's lecture. Tomorrow, friends, we will discuss development of embryo in dicot. Okay, that is the most important. Today we will discuss this topic, development of embryo in dicot. Okay, so let's revise one more time. Today, friend, what we will discuss here, friends, we will discuss the post fertilization changes, means the changes that occur after fertilization, that is called post fertilization changes. So this is a diagram. This is a diagram of ovule. Here chalazial end, here micropyle end. Okay, here the whole structure is ovule. Here nucellus is present. Here I for integument. Here PEC means primary endospermic cell. Okay, so what happened after fertilization, means after development, this whole structure of ovule is converted into seed. This integument is converted into seed coat. This primary endosperm cell is converted into endosperm, and here is egg. Egg is converted into zygote in fertilization. After that, this zygote is converted into embryo. What is the ploidy? Zygote 2n. That means it is diploid. After that, friends, we will discuss the seed. Okay. Seed are two types based on presence or absence of nucellus. So if seed contain of nucellus, it is called perisperm, and if seed contain nucellus, so such type is called persistent nucellus, and this phenomenon is called perisperm, and that seed is called perispermic seed. For example, black pepper, beetroot are example, very important. These examples are very important. Okay, so and in second, nucellus is disappear, means there is absence of nucellus. After that, friends, what we will discuss? We will discuss the formation of endosperm by the three way. What is endosperm? As you know, endosperm is a nutritive tissue that provide nourishment to developing embryo. Okay, so in first type, there is formation of endosperm take place by the three ways. So we will discuss one by one. In first way, there is free nuclear endosperm, means from this PEC means primary endosperm cell, there is karyokinesis take place in it. So what is karyokinesis? Division of nucleus. So only division of nucleus take place, but there is no division in cell, means in cytoplasm. So what happened? As a resultant, there is formation of lots of nucleus in it, and there is only one cell. So such type of endosperm is present in water of tender coconut. Okay, after that, friends, we will discuss cellular endosperm. So what is cellular endosperm? Here, friends, PEC means primary endosperm cell, there is mitosis take place. Okay, so there is formation of 8 PEC primary endosperm cell. After that, this mitosis continues to form mass of cell. For example, you know the white edible part of coconut that we eat. Okay, that white edible part is example of cellular endosperm. The water of tender coconut is example of free nuclear endosperm. Okay, after that, friend, we'll discuss First is friends free nuclear endosperm, second one is cellular endosperm, and third one is halobial endosperm. It is also called intermediate, for example monocot. How it formed? Halobial endosperm is formed when primary endosperm cell, that is mitosis and cellular division, take place in primary endosperm cell. So there is formation of free nuclear division. Okay, so after that there is development and there is again formation of halobial cells, that is called halobial endosperm. Okay, now we will discuss some terms. First term is dormancy. What is dormancy? So when metabolism of endosperm, okay, becomes slow and embryo may get enter into inactivity called dormancy. Friends, as we tell earlier, the function of endosperm is provide nourishment to embryo. So if there is metabolism, means there is formation of endosperm is less. Okay, so embryo cannot take nutrient from that endosperm. So if embryo cannot take nutrient, so what happens? There is inactivity of embryo take place, and that is called dormancy. Okay, after that we will discuss the last topic is endospermic or albuminous seed. So the seed that contain endosperm after development of embryo is called endospermic seed. Okay, an example is wheat and barley. Okay, thank you friends. Tomorrow we will study the most important topic is development of embryo in dicot. Okay, so okay friends, thank you very much. Tomorrow lecture may be making of some time consuming, so we will make, and I explain you in very simple language so you can understand well. Okay, thank you very much friends.